So this is how it all started for me, right here. Uh, I was one of four cyclists on a triathlon team. We had people who ran, we had people who swam, and we had people like myself, four of us, who cycled. We had four sponsors: Profile, Raleigh, Oakley, and Specialized. It was a really good setup that I had and I experienced in my life. But I tell you, this is where I received all of my injuries. I received two concussions, a broken tailbone, um, broken knuckles or two, road rash just, that should have been my middle name, to tell you the truth. But I wouldn't have exchanged it for the world. But after a while, falling down 40 miles an hour, 45 miles an hour, wearing spandex shorts, lycra jerseys, and gel gloves, it gets old after a while. So I decided it was time for a change. So let's see. What would I like to accomplish today? There has to be something really cool, something I can do, something that makes a difference. Oh, I know what I'll do. Have great ideas. So, I think I want to take a trip, do a road trip. I'm going to do a road trip, and it's funny. I guess I'm going to do a 371-mile road trip. I'm going to go up to a racetrack, get some of my skills in control. I'm going to go hang out with a MotoGP racer, and I know he has forgotten more things than I have learned so far. So I want to learn from him. I'm going to have one day with a group and 2 days alone, he and I. So let's see how that works out.
So here we are again, me being senior speed and you being you. We are out here traveling along. Going to see if I can get past this vehicle up here. I've got some traffic ahead of me and some interesting traffic behind me. Just want to make sure things are good and see if this guy wants to move over or not. Give him the light so he can do his thing if he wishes. And apparently he did not wish to. Okay, very good. So I have to move back over and let my other traffic come by. Okay, so I am out here in Mojave, the Mojave Desert. And it's a great place. I think I just wanted to give you a little update on what's happening with me and exactly what it is that I'm doing, why I do it. You know, I cannot do that all at once in one quick video. That's kind of silly. I can't do that. What I can do, though, is as soon as I get the opportunity, stop somewhere, literally, and get stop somewhere and get a cell phone mount for my phone as I go to do what I'm doing. Yes, of course, I could do the GoPro, right, sitting right there. You know, life is great, but I need to use that for something else. And so, excuse the hand, boy, this is something else. Moto vlogging at its best, I tell you. Okay, folks, so the first chance I get, I am going to stop and get a cell phone mount.
Good morning, folks, my friends and fellow riders. Well, I finally made it in here to get breakfast from yesterday, and we will see how things work out for me today. This time, I'm actually having breakfast. I'm not having teriyaki beef jerky and Red Bull. So this is how I'm going to start my day today. Oh, I forgot the orange juice. Yeah, so there it is. So I'm good to go. Looking forward to this. This morning, I finally had a chance to get squared away, and I'm checking out of the hotel today. And yesterday was absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I could not believe what was happening for me yesterday. One of the things that I found that was so interesting about receiving training from a former MotoGP driver is just the fact of his ability to see things. And thank you.
You're welcome.
It's his ability to see things from a completely holistic, a completely above, below, left and right perspective that, of course, I've used that before in my life. You can't get away from driving big trucks. I've done that. Driving cars, racing cars, drag racing cars is what I've done before. And certainly while you're riding motorcycles. But I got to tell you something. One thing that I learned from this guy, which is absolutely amazing, is the fact that he was able to teach me some things as a rider. I guess it sounds pretty silly. He's a MotoGP champion. Yeehaw! Hello, friends and fellow riders. Senior Speed here. Well, here comes day 2. I guess many of you have read the vlog and you're looking at, what happened and what's going on. It's been really, really interesting, to say the least. I am so glad that I took the time to spend the money to have this done. I'm with a MotoGP rider. This MotoGP rider that I'm with chose to retire at the top of his game as a champion. It's better to leave as a champion than it is to leave as a defeated former champion. That's just my opinion, okay? And I'm going to change this audio up a little bit. You guys bear with me. Excuse the hand. I'm doing 80 miles an hour, having a great time, as usual and stuff. Hopefully that's better, and I don't have to yell and scream, hear all that background noise. So yeah, this man chose to retire as a champion. I'm going to see if he will allow me to do any type of video today. You never know. We'll see. People need to protect their brand. That's very important, to protect your brand. And he is no different than any other corporation who has to protect their brand. And so they want to be careful about what is being shown, how it's photographed or filmed, things of that nature. As a matter of fact, yesterday, two of his assistants actually had stopped some people from doing video, and they wanted to do video, but they were told not to do it. So we'll see, what happens today. But yes, I am so excited. I am just really blown away by what's happening here. I'm tired. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm very tired, and but I'm also very excited. I'm not so tired that I'm going to allow that to interfere with my training today. I can sleep some other time. Right now, what I need to do is continue on with my training and just put it out of my mind about my tiredness. I can get over it. Tiredness is momentary. It doesn't last forever.
So that's what I'm doing today. I'm looking forward to this. Absolutely awesome. I'm learning different lean angles. I'm learning different ways to approach my lean angles. And because he's a former racer, what I'm also learning is how decisions I make, quite possibly 3 corners or 3 turns prior, sometimes 4 turns prior to the current turn that I'm in while I'm having a problem. Sometimes that's because I started my sequence of turns wrong to start with. And in starting your sequence of turns wrong, it can cause problems for you. So I'm learning so many things from this man. I had decided that I was going to be a sponge, an absolute positive sponge, and grab everything I can grab from him. So that's what I'm doing. The only drag is there was some delay, once again, with food this morning. I went to go eat and the place was packed. People were standing outside.
Turn right on South Wilson Way.
All kinds of dumb stuff like that. So, yeah, that wasn't going to work. So here I am, and I've got,
Right on South Wilson Way.
I don't know, what do I have time-wise? I think I've got about 15 minutes where I can get something to eat, and in that case, life will be good. Maybe not. Depends on what it is I eat. Oh, yesterday, the GoPro, the mount, one of the feet that squeezes in on the GoPro,
In half a mile. Turn right on East Dr.
one of the
Martin Luther King Jr.
feet
Boulevard.
broke off. Matter of fact, I think I can show you. If you look at this closely, you'll see, whoops, maybe you won't see anything, it just went through a tunnel. You'll see that this right here, that right here, isn't right here on this side. It's missing. And the reason why it's missing is because it broke off. And that's a very integral part of my
In 1,000 feet. Turn right.
setup. For me to put that on my bike. We'll see. I may even put some duct tape on it. You can solve the world's issues with duct tape. There was a show I used to watch called The Red Green Show.
Turn right on East Dr. Martin Luther
It was my favorite show for a while. I really enjoyed it. Canadian show. They believe you can do anything with either red or green duct tape. Beginning and end of story. Okay, folks, senior speed out. I will check in with you. And
Turn left on South
a little later on today. All right. Hello, friends and fellow riders. Senior Speed here, coming to you with the end of my first track day with the MotoGP rider. I got to tell you what, I have learned so many things from this man, Coach Can. All right, the man is an amazing guy. He's taught me so many things in such a little bit of time. I'm doing some things in chicanes that I only dreamt of doing. I'm doing some trail braking that I was never able to do ever in my life before. And I tell you what, I can enter some corners and curves now with an assuredness that I am going to come out of that corner and that curve. I'm going to enter it faster. I'll be able to brake later because I'm able to use my trail braking. This is just such an amazing journey that I've been on. I'm going to get back to you a little later on with a little more information.
Yeah. Okay, this is going to be an awesome dinner that I need after having the awesome day that I had. I learned some things today. Straight MotoGP moves that were just unbelievable. What was really great was the fact that I was doing them. I'll talk to you about that in a little bit. All right, folks. Senior Speed here, saying hello to my friends and fellow riders. Okay, so as promised, this is me speaking with you about my experience that I had with my coach, Coach Can. His name is spelled as it sounds, C-A-N. Can Akaya. The man is a phenomenal rider, but he's also a equally phenomenal coach. Everyone cannot coach. Everyone is not capable of teaching. Everyone has some level of knowledge about something that they have experienced in life, but not everyone is capable of teaching and sharing that knowledge. Coach Can is indeed capable, more than capable, of sharing his information and experiences and knowledge from MotoGP racing. I was able to learn some things from this man today as my third day with him. But my second day with him, one-on-one, solo. I learned how to do a move that we see often if we watch MotoGP racing at all. And when a motorcycle comes to a chicane, when it comes to a left, right, left, or a left, right, right, left, or just a right, left, right, that type of rapid change in direction of the bike. Oftentimes we see the front wheel come off of the ground during the transition. Well, I now know how to bring my front wheel off of the ground during the transition. It is a product of uber counter steering. That's the best way I can put it, because that's also how the coach describes what he teaches. Uber counter steering. It's counter steering on steroids, if you will. It's counter steering to the nth degree. It's counter steering that is so rapid that you could throw yourself off of the bike. You could high side yourself. That's what if you're not careful, you could just buck yourself right off of the bike. It is one of the most incredible moves I have ever done, but I am also so surprised at what it does for me. Blew me away, absolutely blew me away. So as I go through this process, I'm going to try to keep this post very short, because look at me, we're just going down the highway. We're on Interstate 5 here, and I know this could be extremely boring, but if I think of something and I want to share it, then I'll record it, I'll put it down. But I decided to take I-5 just because it's I really don't have to deal with a lot of merges from Highway 99. And I can think better as I'm traveling on this ribbon of highway. So for now, Senior Speed is out. That's like almost 5 minutes worth of me talking to you as I drive in the dark on Interstate 5. So we'll talk with you later. Senior Speed out. Oh man. So I just bought my word for it at this time. I thought just having a friend couldn't be no crime. Okay, Senior Speed here.
Oh my gosh. All right. I'm having such a great time. I don't know if I'm allowed to have so much fun, but I'm having it whether I'm allowed to or not. So, here we have it. Blasting down the road, and I have learned so much. I've told you this over and over again, and I am fortunate, and the reason why I'm fortunate is because I have a person who he poured into me. You guys good with that? He poured knowledge into me, and I received that knowledge. It's game on now. You guys have seen the pictures of my 600, and on the tail it says it's lit. Yeah, it's lit. It's lit. It's lit big time. You really need to understand that. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm just having such a great time, and the information that has come into my head. Let's see if this helps a little bit. Oh, it helps a little bit, huh? You can see more of the mug over here. But the information that has now come to me, and I'm processing this information. That's why I wanted to just drive on a great big old straight ribbon of highway, straight road, because I get a chance to think and digest and process this information. Man, oh man, the trail breaking alone, the trail breaking is so awesome. It has nothing to do with the videos, many of the videos that you're seeing on YouTube. There's a way to trail break so deep into the corner. When he was teaching it to me and we were practicing, he says to me, the first thing you're going to notice as you go to do this and you use your normal braking marker is that you're going too slow. That's the first thing that's going to come to your mind. You're going to say, man, I'm going way too slow for this. And yeah, tell you what, that's exactly what I felt. And he wanted me to make sure that I didn't wash out the front end or anything like that by being overexcited or what have you. And of course I didn't. But I started cooking it, and my braking marker came later and later and later. And for the trail braking to really take effect, I had to be going faster and faster and faster. Yes, I'm trying to tell you how awesome it is. Yeah, it's lit. It's lit. It's lit big time. And man, oh man, I'm enjoying myself. So I'll get back to you with another post as I travel down the road. I've got a few hours, so I'll have some time to do these. I'll call them red posts, huh? Yeah. All right. So, senior speed out for now. So I'm back home, and I wanted to share something with you, show you really quickly what was going on, aspect of what we were dealing with. As you can see, these are the Pirelli Diablo Rossa tires, Corsa 2s, Diablo Rossa Corsa 2 tires. They're a tri-compound tire. And here's the wild part about all of this, right? With the cornering class that I was going through with the former MotoGP champion as my coach, this cornering class took these tires. These tires were new. I think you guys can see from my profile picture that what the tires actually used to look like. These tires were new. You see that definitive line that's right there? From the left to the right, there's a definitive line that's just kind of like right here that goes along there. That's where the carbon black silica is. That's the part of this tire, one of the compounds that makes it the tri-compound. That's the racing slick area of the tire, so you can lean it over in the corner and just hang and enjoy your life. So that's what I was doing, and I wanted to show that to you so you could see what was happening. As I said, these tires were new.
before I put the bike on the trailer. This will give you an idea of what was happening there. Intense class. I loved it, but it's time to clean the bike. I can't stand it. It looks horrible. So see you speed out. I'll check back with you in a little bit.